Guten Tag, my Kameraden. Ich bin Grenadier Lucas Gabert. I am still troop in Reenacting, and here we're going to be going over how to properly hold your weapon for German World War II reenacting. So let's get started. So first, we're going to start off with how to carry your rifle when on the march, such as with a Tornster pack or a rucksack. So this kind of setting is going to be a lot more casual, a lot less informal, and you're trying to maximize the amount of comfort as much as you can. Just as much as the guys back then. So first, we have this position with your sling over your shoulder, resting your arm on the rifle. You see a lot of guys doing this in Operation Barbarossa, and many other campaigns with photos and footage that's available. So another position you also can see is carrying your rifle, slinging it around, put it on the shoulder like this, and just marching forward. So this now concludes our segment on how to carry a rifle with a Tornster pack or rucksack. And now we'll be going over how to carry your rifle in more informal and casual settings. So see you in the front. Alright guys, we're now here for the next section of the video. So we'll be going over, like I mentioned before, more casual ways to carry your rifle in much more informal settings, where combat is not an imminent threat, but it is still possible. So first we'll be going over the hunter's carry. The hunter's carry is when you have your butt of your stock underneath your elbow and your hand right here. You also will see guys that are carrying it like this as well. There's that famous SS Hitler Jugend soldier that you might have seen on the internet holding this rifle just like this. And in fact, you also see some soldiers carrying it when there is a combat situation. Maybe not at a direct threat, but it's still around. So, to go over the second position. This second position is the parade position taught during basic training. Due to muscle memory, you will see guys just standing around like this. This was comfortable for them. Just simply put, it was something drilled into their mind during basic so hard. So this is another position right here. And I'll also show a photo as well. So we'll also be getting into this later in the video, but another position will be the trail carry. You also would see guys just standing around like this as well. Maybe like this, maybe, at the point of bounce of the rifle. So this actually is a perfect segue into our next position, and that is combat positions. So we'll be going into that here shortly. Hey guys, while I was editing it, I forgot to add another stance when holding your rifle while marching, and that is to just sling your rifle. So when you're marching, you can also just sling your rifle like this. So, sorry guys, I forgot to add that, but I hope you're enjoying the video so far, and let's get into it. So here, I'm at the trail carry position. So in original photos and combat footage, you'll always see German soldiers holding their rifle at the balance point of the rifle, arm fully extended into combat, or a number of settings. It was also always on the right foot. Reason being is that German soldiers and just German people in general up until the 1950s were always taught to be right-handed. This being because left-handedness was seen as abnormal. So, always the right hand. I see a number of reenactors making this huge mistake. It's very prevalent in media, movies, and even paintings. That is poor arms with a low carry. Do not do this. This is not correct at all. This is an American thing. This is also a modern thing. German soldiers never went to combat like this. Reason being, and this also goes for a lot of countries, including the Commonwealth soldiers, this is a bolt-action rifle. you're not very easily able to shoot on the move. German soldiers always were taught to get down, take aim, and fire. Also because marksmanship was heavily encouraged back then, and they were wanting to have their soldiers be very accurate at a prone position. So German soldiers very rarely shot on the move, simply for those reasons, out of a practical sense, but also, like again, a cultural reason as well. Another reason is that German soldiers were not expected to be the first ones to fire when taking contact, unless they were under an immediate threat. They were always ordered by their sergeant or their Gruppenführer to fire, or whenever that MG42 or MG34 started firing, because firing just blindly into an area wasn't going to do any good because you don't know where they're at. So they always rely on that MG. The riflemen during World War II wasn't expected to do most of the work at all, but the MG was. So this is a little bit of history and trivia for you. Another position you also would see sometimes when there was an immediate threat for combat was this low carry position like this. This is only when you're under immediate threat, however. Now we'll also be going into close quarters. Close quarters, German soldiers, when going into buildings, for example, were taught to hold the rifle at the side here. And whenever someone might came around, they're more likely to shoot upward rather than side to side. Therefore, you're still hitting that person with that bullet, whereas if you're holding it like this, at a horizontal position, you're more likely to miss. This also means whenever using your bayonet, when striking, the blade has a possibility of hitting in between the ribs rather than through them. Therefore, you're also avoiding your bayonet getting stuck or broken. So now we get that out of the way, we'll now be going into Hinlegen, which was a position of getting down when there was immediate threat or order to. So see you then.
Hinlegen! Auf!
So, I hope that you learned something about Hinlegen with our demonstrations, but now we're going to go into step by step what to do in Hinlegen. So, just come over here. At the command of Hinlegen, you're going to transfer your rifle to your left hand. So, Hinlegen, transfer your rifle, and then going to come down with your knee coming up to your chest. You're going to use your right arm or your left arm in order to break your fall. So, break your fall like this. Extend your left arm out. Then come over. Your right arm comes right to your rifle, and you're ready to fire. On the command of Auf, you would then bring down your left arm with your rifle. Use your right arm to push yourself up. Left knee comes up. Then you're going to transfer your rifle to your right arm. Come up, and there you go. So guys, that's been the video. I hope this helped. It's been very informative. And please share this video, give it a like, consider subscribing, and share this video with your reenactor friends. And hopefully, we can get rid of this trend right here. We will demolish it if we can. So, auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, and see you in the next video. Auf Wiedersehen.